So this is things I wish I knew before I played the game. Outer Worlds 2. So, I've got other videos talking about perks and things like that, and um, some of them I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely it. Let's start off with skill sets. Now, unlike the original Outer Worlds, is which by the way I'm going to do after I get my 100%. I'm going to play that one again. That one was fun. Um, you cannot. You can get like you could get one stat up to level 20. Um, that's about it. The most important stats here is lockpick, engineering, and speech. Um, so far on this playthrough, now I'm redoing it. I've already beaten it. I beat it on very hard to get the achievement. Um, if you don't care about the achievements, you can play it on normal. Um, if you're looking for, you want the 100%, you're going to want to play one game on very hard and clear the whole thing through, and you're going to want to play one on very easy. Now, I figured very hard was going to be like this most grinding friggin' thing. No, it really wasn't. It wasn't that bad at all. Yeah, they were definitely, the enemies were harder. But what would you get for weapons and everything else? You're good to go. The skill sets are about the same. Um, you're going to want 5 in guns. Lock pick. I'm about to boost it up to show you. Engineering 5, which, damage resistance. The hack. Hack is very important. I haven't done medical yet. I'm going to be doing medical. Science, which is your gadget energy, which we're going to explain this here. So if you look in the lower right-hand corner, that's gadget energy, which allows you to go the tactical time, the come on, jeez, the inhaler, the shield, and the N-ray scanner. Now, I'll be honest with you, I just, for the most part, I don't buy. I only use the N-ray scanner once in a while. The shield more often because of the Xylon. Repel Xylon. Hardly use that at all. I mean, really hardly use that. I've only used it actually in game once, so this is the one more that I use. So when you use it, it allows you to do that. See, if you're just standing still, it hardly moves, but if you start moving, it sucks it down. See, it goes pretty kind of fast, but one thing you want to keep an eye out is this helmet right here. This will give you 160% energy charge. Look how fast it goes. And that's why you want to have it. So there will be 1 or 2 times where you're going to want to retreat, get your energy up a lot quicker that you need. Okay. So those are, you know, speech. Everything is, does the thing that gives you additional damage to humans. And I would say the breakdown is you're going to be fighting about 70%, no, about 60% humans, 30% animals. Wait, hold on. 50% humans, 50% humans, 40% animals, and 10% mechs. Alright, so now let's go to perks. Now when you do this, you get one perk every 2 levels. Okay. 1 second here. That means you're going to get a total of 15 perks. You can't get them all. So depending on what your playstyle is what you want to do. Okay, I've done 11 so far. I've got 4 more that I can do. Actually 3. 26, 28, and 30. Yep, I'll be able to do 3 more after this. Now, this one I'm doing on very easy because I'm going for the perk. I don't know. You have to play the entire game straight through without spending one single bit of coin. That is a lot harder than you think. It means you have to play a little bit differently. You can't buy stuff from any vendors. I don't even like bribe people because I'm afraid it might screw it up. Now, these 4 perks you're going to get as you play through, okay? No matter what you do, you're going to get it. So, now the first one I talked about, where is it? I talked about how, hey, get this. There it is. This is the bit transfer. And then there's the restricted access. The restricted access allows you to see vending machines of things that you normally wouldn't be able to see. It's a shitty perk. It really is. There's not much. There's like usually one, maybe sometimes 2 items that you normally wouldn't see. And it's not like they're anything special. And I've done, on my other playthrough, I checked every single machine, and that restricted access just, it sucked. The only reason I took it was to go with the bits transfer, which would allow you to hack, to get money and experience and experience points. Well, here's the thing. When I factored it in, it only allowed you to do like, I think it was 7. You could not do every single bounty terminal. All right, that really sucked. I figured, okay, boom, I'll level up quicker. Well, if you ignore these 2, you're going to be able to take 2 better perks. Don't worry about it. You're going to run. I mean, look, I haven't spent any money. I'm at 82,000. So let's talk about the perks that you definitely want to get. All right, I haven't decided. I'm definitely going to. Medical, yes. I probably will not take this one. This one is a must if you're playing very hard because it gives you the 2 primer slots.
Hail of Lead. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that one. 10% critical. Actually, no, I'm going to take the 10% critical pistols. Alright. And then for my last three, I'm going to take Hail of Lead. I may pick something else. I was looking at this. This is a good one if you're playing very hard, as you do. You get way freaked out. But a must. First perk you want to basically get level 2, get pickpocket. This allows you to pickpocket everybody. And if you watch, there's a video I have that shows you how to get the helmet that turns you invisible. It's very simple. It's the very first town you go to, Fairfield. You get that helmet, you get the pickpocket, and you can pickpocket everybody. And let me tell you something, you're going to want to do this because there are characters that have encryption keys, um, and other important stuff. Encryption keys to open those lock boxes. Uh, what else? They'll have keys to their own lockers that normally you wouldn't be able to get or access without it. So you definitely want pickpocket. I believe, yeah, this is the way I took it. So I went pickpocket for my first one. Second one is the bullet shield. All right, 10% damage resistance and 10% base health. Then I went with Space Ranger because it added to the speech. All right. Um, Now I have not done corrosive or plasma because one of the best weapons in the game is electric. So, I, I, I used it on very hard, and it wiped everybody out. I mean, personally, I think it's a little overpowered. um, I mean, not. I shouldn't say it's overpowered, but what it does is it's a special weapon. We'll go over it. It basically hits, and if you got a group, it not only hits the one person that you're aiming at, but it branches out and it shocks everybody, which basically stuns them, which is great. Trophy Hunter adds 5% critical chance and 15% critical chance against strong enemies. Critical chance hits, of course, do a lot more damage. These are ones you definitely want on very hard. Point blank, artist, um, which gives you 100% sneak, 30% damage to near enemies. Unfortunately, if they're far, it drops 15%. But when you're doing a pistol, you're going to want to go up close and personal. So that thing is friggin' awesome. Um, I highly recommend this one. I didn't get this one my last playthrough. I got this. Holy smokes! You start the beginning of a campaign. I would almost say I would go pickpocket, and then I would go busybodies. I really would, because the amount of crafting materials you get is incredible. It's based off the XP. So if you start the beginning of a planet and you go back to your ship, and you just get a whole friggin' list of all these crafting materials and other stuff. That one is a very good perk. I would actually say I would get that before. I'd either get bullets. Now, you know what? No. I would go pickpocket and then busybodies. Get that one immediately. Um, Crabble Rancher. 10% and 20% critical chance. That's for the critical chance. I want Tinkerer. So you do a modded weapon, you increase it by 1% per engineering. You get 10% damage and 1%.
Uh, Again, more critical chance. Deep drums adds 50% to magazine size. And because of the, where was it? Uh, where'd it go? Oh, the point blank, right? 15% to far enemies. Well, if you take Eden Winage, it adds to your weapon range and weak spot, so it kind of like crabbles out the two of them. And then that's about it. Those are the 12 that I've picked that I think they're very important, and I would play those on very hard also. And then, like I said, on very hard, I would definitely, Hail of Lead. That one works fantastic, especially with the weapon that I'm going to talk about next. Um, I'm probably, I don't know. More than likely, I'm going to take Hail of Lead. I'm going to take Commando so I can put a different perk in my helmet. And I'm probably not even gonna use this because, like I said, I'm playing very easy, and I don't even think I've used the inhaler yet. Maybe once, and I probably won't take that. So that'll give me one other one to pick. So, um, look at the summary here. I'm in the very beginning. You get to pick. You pick one trait. Well, you pick a second trait. Um, Brilliant because that specializes in one additional skill, so you get 3 to start out with 2. You definitely want in a native, um, because all crafting recipes you get twice as many. And then you got to take a flaw, which is sickly. Out of all the choices, this is the best one. And with stats and cards and everything else, this is gonna basically be worthless. Flaws. Consumerism. Um, Actually, I shouldn't have taken that. I should have just denied it, but um, because in this playthrough I'm not buying anything, so it doesn't matter that it really it drops the prices down. It helps. So if you're not going for the achievement where you have to buy it, go ahead and get this. This is definitely worth it. And I'll tell you honest with you, most of the time you're gonna sell a couple items, but most of it you're gonna break down. um, I took bad knees to increase my crouch speed. Yeah. Crouching, it's a 10 that hostiles can hear. Well, you know what? For the most part, you're going to do it before that. But that'll give you the. I know it doesn't seem that fast, but believe me, it is. Crouching down, that gives you a 50% base increase. So it's definitely worth it. Alright. Um, this one's easy. Fire a shot, reload. Fire a shot, reload. You keep doing it till this pops up. Um, it adds 50% to your magazine size. So if you have a weapon that does 100 rounds, it's going to give you 150. And then you take the deep drums, it gives you another. So your 100 weapon is going to bump it up to 200 rounds, which is amazing and helps, especially on very hard. Energy hog. I have a lower energy recharge, but it added 50% to the gadget energy. So helpful. Um, I don't remember. I don't think this has ever friggin' hit. I took it in for the haha. You automatically become camouflaged. It's a 5% chance. Yeah, it is what it is. Um, anger mismanagement. You get irrational angry at the smallest of slights of fury. You're worse at blocking. So plus 50% damage received while blocking. Well, I'm not really using melee, and I wouldn't use melee on a very hard. And honestly, I don't really block, but I took it to get that 25% power attack. Because I'll tell you what, to conserve ammo, melee is definitely the way to go. Dangerously Curious, of course, you take that, you get 100% experience from hacking, and those are the only flaws that I've taken. And I don't think I'm going to have any other flaws. Everything else just turned it down. So, I'll leave it up for 1 second. You can see the flaws and the traits. Now let's talk about weapons. Now, the Rookie's Reward, when you level that up, is probably the best pistol in the game. Okay? Unfortunately, if you're doing the very easy one to get that achievement, I mean, as you could tell, I'm level 24, the thing is only 12. That's because I can only use it so many times before I run out of ammo. Which actually, I can do it now because, yeah, I have 127 rounds. So now if you look down, that is the twinned compact assault rifle. You can see the 956. It's kind of highlighted. So if I go over to the chain spark, it drops it down to the shock, see? And then if I go over here, it goes over to biomass. So each weapon that you pick, it shows you the ammo that it's using and how much you have. Okay. So, very hard, you get your Rookie's Reward up because you're going to be using that a lot. And this right here is the best weapon in the game as far as I'm concerned. This and then the Rookie's Reward for up close, for Rookie's Reward for up close and personal, and then this for medium. This thing just kicks ass. And here's the kicker. You're going to get the chain spark at the end of the very first planet when you defeat the boss. You're going to pick that up. Now for melee weapons, I've tried every melee weapon in the world. Even though there are other melee weapons that do more damage. The Thunderstruck. Hey, Dimitri. Thank you. Thunderstruck is the best weapon for melee because it sends forward shockwave. It shocks your enemies. And then for sniper rifle, at the end of the first one, before everything you get it. This is DeRay's sniper rifle. This is the best sniper rifle in the game. Nah, not yet. Just going for achievements. And the reason this is the best sniper rifle, because you can zoom really up close and personal. So, alright. Now you notice I got 91 grenades. That's because I've been picking them up and pickpocketing from people. Alright, so that's, and primarily other decent weapons. That one's kind of fun. I haven't really, that's a shotgun, but it's Whisper. You just basically pick whatever your favorite, weapon is. You're going to want a decent compact pistol, The 3-round bursts is probably the easiest one to use. It's got the compact rounds, and that's the only thing that you can make. Now let's go to armor. Um, if you got the DLCs, no, haven't seen it. Yeah, I lost track here. Oh yeah, so if you get the DLCs, you're going to get the Moonman helmet and the Moonman armor. This is like the best so far. I mean, I used that a lot till I got, you got the Xylon, which is heavy, and it allows you to hover, but it keeps you alive even at death's door. So if you die, it keeps you alive, but you get Xylon poisoning. I just picked this up, and I can't use it because it lose half the damage total in bits when you receive damage. Which, no, that's not a good one. Gary. Gary's freaking fucking hilarious. I love Gary. Nice. I'm Borderlands out. I did all of them. I got to the Borderlands 3 and I didn't even finish it. I just couldn't. It's because I played them too. Borderlands 2. And then I did Tina, and I just got to the point I couldn't do it anymore. Um, there's another set of armor, but for the most part, if you don't have it, just take the best possible armor you can get. There's going to be a bunch. For helmets, this gives you the camouflage. If you don't have the moon helmet, you're going to pick the basically one. No, I haven't played that one yet. That might be my next one, maybe. You'll be able to steal this, which gives you increased healing from. Oh shoot! Shoot! I hit the wrong button. It gives you increased healing from your medical inhaler. Which, if you get that, that would be good, especially, if you don't have the moon helmet. There is one other one that you're going to pick up that I switched to. It gives you like 15% health and some other stuff. The dose, this is for when you're dealing with Xylon. Poison is 50%. You throw the filter on it, so it really slows down. And of course, this one is to increase your energy. I mean, I didn't buy any of these. I didn't make any of these. These are just things that I picked up and pickpocketed. Food, don't ever buy food. You're going to get a ton of it. So typically, and the very hard one, what I switched is I'd use that, and where is the one here? So you're either going to use this or you're going to use this. I think I did this for the damage. Outer Worlds, not even close. I mean, it's a completely different game. Crafting material. Now, since I am doing the very easy and spending no money, this is all the stuff that I've picked up so far throughout the entire game. Yeah, 11. I haven't even broke this down yet because it took me a while before I could finally, because I wanted to wait till I got the breakdown kit, because you can't buy it. It's kind of irritating. Alright. Lockpick 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, lockpick is going to give you, the more lockpicks you do, the reason I do this, 1,800 experience points. I mean, they just... Lockpicking is like... It's like completing quests on this thing. You get... Some of these are almost as expensive. Level 13 is as high as you definitely want to go. Alright, let's save the game here. Boobadoo. Easy. Yeah, frick it. I don't care. Alright.
It's clear. Go, go, go!
Aren't you the eccentric sword?
Ah, come on. Man.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Ah, I can't keep up with him. I don't know where they're going, by the way. Ah.
No reason to reason with you.
You have a
Thank
very...
the architect.
Now show your work. Shove off.
Hey, you're the one that rescued my scouts, right? Please, allow me to reward you for your efforts. You have my gratitude for saving them.
Holy
Please
shit.
take this.
Okay, I didn't know that would happen. I didn't even follow these guys. Cool. Alright, nice. Okay, so yeah, definitely follow them back. Let's go to the pickpocket. See, drink and jeweled ring, whatever. Okay. Wow, I didn't know that. Wait. Have I been here? Oh, there's the barracks key. See what I mean? Now, it doesn't matter whether you use the key or you lockpick. You still get the experience points. Nice. You know, it's funny. First time I... Oh, shit. First time I did this, I just left those guys. Ha! So definitely follow them back. I wonder if there's a... Huh. That is... I don't even know if I did this last time. I mean, there's so much. It's very easy to miss things in this game. So one of the achievements is you got to get 100 pitchball cards, pitchball and tossball cards, right? As I cleared each planet, I went back and I looked it up, locations, and followed which ones that I had. Oops. And this is the way you do it. You can set it up by hitting the tagger. These are all pitch balls. Okay, and there's the toss ball. So you can set it up so that you've got each pitch ball. And the nice thing about it, which is sweet because they go in alphabetical order, just look up on your phone and look up each one, and then you see. And if you don't have, like, say, Chris Sosa, then you find, it'll tell you where to go. Well, there were areas I went, wait a minute, I know I was there, and I know I definitely looked. So I go back, and I'm looking, I'm like, there's no card here, what the heck? And then all of a sudden I went, wait a minute, I happened to hit this little thing, and it popped up on the screen like, shoot, I don't know if I think I took everything. See how it says talk? I just happened to be going through and it went, wait a minute. It was the card, but the way they positioned it in the game, it was during the day. You couldn't see it because the sun was shining. It literally blended so perfectly into the surroundings. So, oh, man. Yeah, pickpocket, you definitely want. Oh, there you go, mag pick, see? Oh, where the heck am I? Oh, I don't think I did that, but I don't think I did the trench. Alright. Yeah, see?
Say, I observed
Oh.
that.
Who?
Stand pat and return your ill-gotten goods. Internal records.
Allow me, child. I have such an unproductive misuse of time.
But well, yes, quite right.
Glad my decades.
Wait. That's... Okay, that was interesting. That's because usually I just load it, and I don't usually have her with me. That's another thing. While the helmet does make you invisible, you need to be very careful when you use it. You want to make sure that you are not moving at all. Because if you move while you're on the helmet, they'll still be able to spot you. So if you put the helmet on, Now you see, now look down right in the middle. You don't see the movement that says that I'm, there you go, that little blue thing. And when you get here, wait a second. Because you could still be, it's weird, I don't know why it does it, but you can still be...
What do you think those Protectorate subjects doing over there?
Probably genuflecting to the Sovereign. Next poor fool who pops their head up will find themselves suddenly deceased.
Yeah. Yep, see, 19 small plasma charges. Now, I understand, it's kind of a pain in the butt doing this, but... Come on. Shit.
That's one way to become the center of attention.
I actually had a glitch once. I talked to somebody, and I continued wearing the helmet, but I was able to see all this. Aha, so yeah, I didn't. Now, there are those that say, yeah, just go ahead and pay out the bounty. Well, I can't because... And if you don't want to pay out the friggin' bounty, it's friggin' ridiculous. Look at that, long rounds.
Just stay focused. Keep your head down. Breathe. five-side pi to 1,000 digits to calm yourself.
Oh.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
See the explosion? Oh. That's why I got... Oh, between picking them up and...
Aren't you the eccentric sort?
There's probably stuff down here, yep.
Alcohol-free liquor. The other brands may be 80 proof, but ours has 80 proofs. One printed on each label. Collect and study them all.
From the Order of the Ascendant.
Oh, come on. Wait. There's a guy up there. If I try to take it, he's going to get me. God, if you don't have this helmet, this would be like, what the heck?
I don't know who Auntie's Choice thinks they will convince with this poor quality propaganda, but I sure am grateful for the heat they provide.
You said it.
I feel confident those weak-minded crabble kissers in the Protectorate would fall for it, though.
I wouldn't doubt that for a second.
Say, have you seen Junior Acolyte Nelson around anywhere?
You lose something down there?
So, I'm getting distracted. Why is she talking to me? Actually, okay, I think I was here. So, yeah, like I said, the... Yep, already been here. So, yeah, the... Very hard. The rookie, get that up because you're definitely going to want that. And when that thing levels up, it is one of the best. It is one of the best. It's a pain in the butt to level it up, but grab every. Yay! No, shit. It was too close. There's tons of stuff over here. Watch this. So why don't you put the explosives and take the perk? Or actually, you don't need the perk. Thing is awesome. Take those guys out because they'll give you shock. Yay. Shit, Xylon poisoning. What the hell? And watch out for those suckers. They are a pain in the butt. That's why I said, for melee weapons, this thing is the best. Because not only does it... I mean, it's not... I mean, there's one that does like 100, but... That lightning shootout is the best. All right. Let's see. Is there anything in here? I don't remember. Yeah, there we go. Wait a minute. So... Oh, two different factions, because this is the order, and that was the order that I released. Ah, interesting. Hold on a second, where is it? There it is, right there.
Yeah.
No. Alright. So when we come up to crafting, this is, you start out with the compact routes. I would say I'm maybe at 40%. I haven't found any other rounds that I could, recipes for rounds. You have to buy them. So you need to be creative. Thus the hammer, using Thor's hammer and using other things. Gain 10% max health as temporary health upon entering combat, which is kind of cool. I use the union thing that splits all damage to me to my companions. All these are things that you will find. I haven't bought any of this. That's the one I like to put on there. 20% of incoming damage to the player is split and applied to companions instead. That's a must-have when playing very hard. And even then, here's the utility. Took me forever to find the breakdown kit, but I managed to find it. I'll be honest with you, for the primary, I basically use the breakdown kit and the extra holster for the helmet. I never really used any of this other stuff at all. Oh, I'm sorry, except the Xylon filters. I put that on, on one of my other ones. Oh, shit. Darn it. All this other stuff, never used at all. Let's go to weapons. So, if you buy... It helps to have the optics. So this is everything that I've found so far. No wonder barrel. Here are the add-ons. Optics. Grips. And then the attack stuff. You're going... Oh, no, that's the... okay. 275 health over 3 seconds each time you take damage. And then miscellaneous bypass and mag pick. You know, it's funny. Because I took that perk to hack the terminals, I was going through bypass shunts like crazy. Because I didn't do it this time, 143 bypass shunts. So you can take that perk, it helps. You don't have to make any. Those are all ones that I've found. Remember, none of this. I didn't buy any of this stuff. 275 health over 3 seconds. Wait, hold on a second. I want to see something. 275 health over 3 seconds. I already have it, so. Nope, I gotta wait. So, don't ever break, in the beginning, do not break anything down until, shoot, wrong one. Until you get the breakdown kit. And you want to make sure that you have Val in the party with you. I don't know if it works back at the ship. I've never really done it at the ship. Because I'm not certain if she would be considered. Because if Val's in the party, you have a 20, I think it's 20% chance to break down to get bonus resources when breaking on items. So then if you add this in with the breakdown kit, there's 30%, and it does work. It'll give you more crafting materials. I mean, I had for the chain spark, I would make up the items. Wait. Here, we'll put the chain spark down so you can check that out. See how it's 200? I think that goes up to 68. And then, alright. Let's see. Take your 2 traits in the very beginning when you start it. Sickly's the best. I've gone over the flaws that I found are not the worst. There are some that are really terrible. Oh. I don't know if it'll work here. Or did I already take it? There's this one flaw that's if you stare at the sun. Now, this is one thing that I don't know. I know in the original Outer World, if you took a flaw, I can't remember if I believe they gave you a perk. Okay, you take a flaw here, for some reason, I've not been getting any perks. So, or skill points. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So, yeah, they really revamped and made this different from the original Outer Worlds. So here, like, instead of giving you a perk, you take a flaw, you get a perk. One of the other things that they did differently is armor. Almost all the armor is the same. Top one, evasion, damage, and combat. And then usually it's armor and then the secondary one. So if we look at this here is, boom, this gives you the 2. Xylon gives you nothing. It just gives you a hover thing. So this would give you 2, and then you were able to add one thing to it. Now there is a perk. You have to have 20 engineering, I believe it is, and it allows you. It says you can add another slot for mods, which on the surface sounds really good, but the only problem is I actually got it up to that point to check it out. It only gives you 1 slot in the armor. If it gave you 1 slot in the helmet and 1 slot in the armor, that would be awesome. I would probably say take it, but it doesn't. So it's worthless. It's not worthless, but there are better perks out there. So let's see. Store that. Oh, I should talk about that. Okay, so now let's say, you notice I'm putting hearts. So basically, if you add a thing on it, now that's all set here. For the hearts, if you're having a hard time because, So let's say you're going to go look. So every single weapon that I've got shows up here. But it's in alphabetical order. So you're going like, okay, you can look for it in alphabetical order. But it's like, what the heck? But if you have the favorites, for your weapons at least. Okay. See? Favorite. It puts all your favorites up top. That's the irritating thing. I can't put a mod on it for that, for that, for that. That's got the mod. No mod there. Well, I mean, other than that. I can't buy it. I can't, there's nothing to craft. So yeah, so for weapons, it's favorites. Now, unfortunately for the armor, light, medium, heavy. It doesn't tell you. So you have to know what the armor is that you're looking for and go down. In this case, we'll go, let's see, now I won't even show this here. No. And the same thing happens for the helmets. There's the battle helmets, all in alphabetical order. I wish you could make these your favorites, but it won't let you, it only lets you do it for weapons. Yeah. Now the other way is to break all this stuff down and run it. So. Alright. So. Do not do bit transfer. We're going to recap this and end the video here. I'm already at level 24. And all I've done, I basically completed the first planet out, the second planet, and I've been doing all my companion quests. See, it's not a lot. It looks like a lot, but it's not. I still have Praetor, the other one. What I'm trying to do here is I'm doing all the trying to get all the companion quests up, and then I'm basically, once I do that and I've leveled up, I'm gonna try to bypass Auntie. So basically, after you do De Veers, you want to go get the Rift thing, because that's what you're gonna do. And then I'm gonna try to go directly to Archive. So some of the achievements that I did not get was the 100 pitchball cards, not spending any bits, and honestly, you're gonna have to do 2 playthroughs. Because I cannot imagine doing very hard and not buying anything, because I used the thing. Oh, and if you do, hold on a second. Oh, I forgot the name of it. Hold on a second. You know what? I know. Hold on. I'm going to save the game. Hold on. And then I'm going to load my very hard one. Yep. There's the very hard. Principle of the future. Oh, and even though it's a pain in the butt, bring Aziz with you in the final battle. This is the Venture 4. This is the end game, where you have to drive the ship into the, whatchamacallit. See, Chain Spark. Chain Spark Cannon. This is very hard. Rookie's Reward, and then the multi-launcher. That's great for taking it down. There is the Simplifier. You know, I kept it just in case. You know, I've been holding on to this, but I'm going to get rid of that. Wait. Yeah. Somehow I got 2 multi-launchers. That's weird. The Avrogated, that's not a bad one. That's actually, assault rifle. The Bullet Blender, I never really used it. But you never have to reload. Critter Catcher. This is important. Do not take out... I wish I'd known this, because it was a pain in the butt to try to find them. Do not take out the animals on the planets, like the monkeys and the birds and the sprats and the breadworms. You can actually, once you get this rifle, the Critter Catcher, and I forgot where I got it, to be honest with you, you can go back and shoot, and you can make them all your pets. Oh, and there we go. Berserker's Bucket. That's weird. Purple. Grants passive health regeneration based on your reserve ammo supply while in combat. Gain an additional weapon slot. Union. This is the Gunner's Mobile Turret. Berserker's Gunners. 20%. Oh no. Passive loads ammo into your current weapon based on your gun's skill. And 20% chance to ignore incoming attacks while below 50% health. That basically means, watch. Look out quickly. Lower right. I could almost sit here and fire non-stop. Look at that. This one is not as fast as the Chain Spark. See what I mean? That's the Rookie's Reward. So what the frick? I mean, jeez, this thing kicks ass. Alright, let's see. No, we don't need that. Get rid of Agent Armor. There's Agent Armor. So, I've tried different ones. There's the Xylon. There's Gary. I should have just stored them. Don't use Gary on very hard. You'll die. I actually used this, which was pretty good. I was using this in the beginning for the boa skin because of the health drop. Where is it? I picked this up. I'm like, ooh. And I'm like, I was bringing this with me, but I got that one kind of late, so. Do you notice anything interesting about the Gunner's Mobile Turret suit? Upper right-hand corner, 370 for armor class. You're probably going, what the frick? Like, there's, this is the Xylon. 370. How about Gary? 354. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is going on? Alright, well, it's really simple. It's one of the perks. And again, here we go. Energy recharge. Oh, shoot. Here's the helmet. There's the and there's the dose. And the energy. So the helmets are basically the same thing, except for this is the one I was talking about. I don't remember. But it grants the health of passer based on your reserve ammo while in combat. So you get a passive health regeneration while in combat based on your ammo supply. So think about this. So there's 82,956, but if you really were, take the bullet blender. Actually, I don't know how that would work. I wonder. But there's the bullet blender. 125,000 rounds. And it uses every type of rounds that you have. And it alternates. Yeah, but I don't know how that would work with the other one. Alright, so let's look at this here. Yeah, so once you hit level 30, you don't gain it. The bit transfer is basically a dead perk. So I don't get it. Tracker, don't bother with tracker. It doesn't matter. Sounds good, but nope. So don't get that. Now the one that there's the pen. Okay, where is it here? Pickpocket, bullet, shield, pharmo. I got that right in the beginning because playing very hard, I needed it. Then I immediately went with that, which is the electrocute, Space Ranger, critical chance, the restricted access. Yeah, now I kind of wish I hadn't done that. Those two, there's three right there that I could have done. Crabble, there's the Slayer, Deep Drums, the Hail of Lead. The reason I have 340 is the makeshift armor. I highly recommend this on a very hard game. Because every time you craft something, you get +1 armor value. That's why my armor's up so high. And if you know you're going into a major battle, you go and make a whole shitload of stuff. That's why I got 82,000 of that thing, of those on it. So you're going to get 6 additional perks. Oh, you know what? I should go do... I forgot about that. Duh. Frick, I completely forgot about that. Okay, so as soon as you open the planet, you want to go to the mentally refreshed because you get +1% experience point earned. You'll be able to go up quicker even than you did it. So yeah, this is very hard. So almost the same exact one. Yeah, do not buy any food and drink. Now, I use food and drink every chance I can get. Yeah, heal 475 instantly, increasing up 2 times the amount the closer you to death. And then after you heal 270, after you use, heal 275 health after 3 seconds each time you take damage. Those are the two that I've been using for very hard. So I just think that I picked up. Let's see. That's it. And the thing is, once you do this, your bait. But had I known what I know now, bring Aziz with you, the girl, and you can get her to fly the ship into the rift instead of yourself. Alright. That is cool. Yeah, we're going to end it with me flying into the rift. And I've tried it a couple different ways. Ah. Nice. Here's to a job well done.
And so, in the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milverstreet was promoted, while rival Officer Carr seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate after
Yeah, I'm skipping. I just realized. Don't watch that. Yeah, and you don't have to watch the end credits. I watched the end credits and, like, what the... It was crazy. Alright.
Hey, congrats on... What do you want now?
Alright. So, there you go. Oh, shoot. Wait.
What is it this time?
So, I'm going to start a new game, just for ha-has. Alright, so here... Oh, yeah, let's do this. Let's see. All robot arms and legs. Why not, right? Whoops. All right. Yeah, you can change your appearance around if you want. I'm just doing this. I'm not keeping this one. Okay, so background. These are the background checks. You can go ex-convict, gambler, lawbringer, professor, renegade, and roustabout. I forgot. Okay, so on my very hard, I did ex-convict. Basically, as far as I know, I'm just gonna try gambler. I'm just gonna do gambler. All right. Okay, here are the traits. So they don't tell you this, so you could pick all this, each one. I always take brilliant because, I mean, yeah, you want that extra one for the 2 points. And then you can take something else here. I mean, it tells you what it is here. Reputation with any faction can never decrease below neutral, preventing any penalties that would be gained from having a negative reputation. But again, like I said, in a native, you get crafting, create twice as many. That's very important, especially on very hard. And then, of course, if you take 2, these are the negative traits. Technically, I should have taken abrasive for this playthrough, because I don't really care whether or not my reputation goes up with them, because I'm not buying or selling. I'm not really buying anything. So I was kind of silly. So if you're going for the achievement of not buying anything, take the abrasive. Forget about dumb. I looked at, you gotta lock 5 of the available 12. It's like, you need 4 of them would be great. And then, of course, sickly is weak and prone to breaks, scrapes, and illness. Like I said, but you get that. So we'll take abrasive. Okay. And we're going to go next. Wait. Oh, shoot. Okay, so you need the 3 skills. Wait, was it lockpick or hack? I don't remember now. Son of a gun. Well, lockpick. We'll take lockpick. And engineering. Engineering. And then I believe it was speech, right? Commander Gel. I don't know. I don't care. And we're going to review. Oops. What the hell? No. Okay, so, yep. Lockpick, engineering, and speech. And here's where you can pick the ones. Like I said. We'll go normal. Let's see what I look like.
Commander. However, if that your agent.
Hey. 2 robot legs and 2 robot arms. That's hilarious. Oh my god. That's hilarious. So let's look at this here. 500 for the health. I forgot what I got for the other one. Lockpick, engineering, and speech. You know what? I forgot which one did here. So there we go. All the perks. Ah, it won't even let me go into reputation now because I picked the abrasive. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, yeah, that's not too bad. Let's see something here. That is wild. Sheesh. So it makes you wonder how you lost both legs and both arms and still survived. Look at that. That's funky.
Whoa, didn't mean to catch you in a state of nature. Averting my eyes?
Oh my god! No need.
Whatever you say, Commander. Agent
Oh.
Pascal told me to bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these new 10.25% less brain damage than the old ones. You put one over on the new guy. We were told agents use these all the time in the field to slow everything down. They say the way it works is like, well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long? It kind of does the same thing. Didn't I just say? But this way, you don't have to risk extended... Listen to me, rambling on. Look, Commander, because, well, you're a legend. And the other agents... Okay, I get it. You're too busy to talk to the likes of me. She's kind of like you. Top tier, one of the Directorate's best. Call should come through at the console.
I should play this through and be a complete asshole. Oh, shit. That's friggin' great. Be a complete asshole here, right?
There'll be time for chat after the meeting.
Commander, your credentials are required to open the channel with...
Door out of commission again? Best accustom yourself to crawling through the vents, I suppose.
No, I don't have to. Yeah, so you want to make sure you clear all your everything that you can get on the ship, because after you get through, it's going to be all changed. Now, even though you can, see, like this stuff, you want to make sure you grab everything. You see, you want to go through the vents because there's going to be stuff down here that you can grab. See? Alright.
Whoa, that's sure faster than taking the stairs.
However, as unbelievable as it may sound, once you make your way to my location in the skip lab, you'd lose that bet, assuming that... Well, it's a lot examining, but you'll first need to make your way to the station proper from the landing pad. What? You have no idea what I've sacrificed, what I'm prepared to sacrifice still. How dare you? If you weren't the commanding officer here, I'd have you up on report. I need to go now. Who?
Can't wait to see you.
Same to you, Abar.
Navigator's warmed up in the cockpit. Whenever you're ready to fly us in. Commander?
With all due... It's no wonder she reacted the way she did. We can't operate efficiently and... You see what it seems to me? Arcadia had their chance. It's time for us to put an end to this farce and set them on the right path. I suppose it...
Well, that was... Reckon the secretive nature of the mission and its import must be
wow.
Something fierce. She ain't always been, but all that she was saying about you, Commander? Whatever you say.
Awaiting docking procedures, Commander.
What was with all that between you and... And it ain't just you and her tangling. I mean, law. We've not even heard tell of this colony before, and they're the only... Sure, why should we be concerned about all the... Any fool could see that. Even Sandoval. And there's no one I'd rather have backing me up in a fight. He can shoot the head off any... I mean, besides you. Like if it was just down to the two of us. We all gotta go some... Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta come...
Guess your gray matter is still foggy from hibernating, ain't it?
Well, that's kind of difficult, seeing as how they make everything. Besides, the copious amounts of sugar keeps me sharp. They say it's 50% by volume.
Alright, so... Alright, now I gotta finish the other one. But I think I might... Oh, God. I might do one where I'm just completely abrasive and just a total jerk. Take out everybody. Oh. I'm like, what's going on? I just realized...
We all know that a structure is only as strong as its basest elements.
Commander, Abara and I will secure the building down here, while you're upstairs restoring power to the door.
You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia.
Don't worry about us, Commander. We got things covered down here.
But even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent. And remember...
That smell. Did a Sprat get flash fried in here?
This is the only thing that sucks is... Wait. Oh. Now there's ways around it, but...
The electrical system misfired somehow. Security's been triggered. This needs to be dealt with quickly.
Firing without permission will result in demerits being assigned.
So you definitely want to go down there and shoot those suckers. Experience points.
I'd wager screen.
I also found a vent around the corner might get us inside in a less conspicuous manner. Oh, I can't. This here's the vent I mentioned. Don't mind the size. I'm sure you'll see.
Waste no time reducing those necks to scrap metal, eh, Commander?
I mean, there's ways around this. Can you tell I played it? Most people are like, "Well, yeah," and I'm just running in. Let me take them all out real quick.
Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its basic elements, the dirt on which it is built. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the...
Gotta get those experience points. Oh, and it's a pain in the butt, but you need to read every single one of these.
Cadet Warden Fort, that's... And hurry, please. The transmission of the Sovereign's family's arrival... Now? What? I know I shouldn't be... No! I am pleased you have been returned to... I will... And...
Nice. Slick how you fooled that guard, Commander.
Let's not waste time congratulating ourselves.
So, you can do multiple on this, so... There you go. Woohoo! No! You don't have any trauma kits. Alright, we're gonna end this. So yeah, take the perks, depending on how you want to do. The beginning gives you...
Hey, congrats on... Need customer support?
Depending on what you do, will give you different choices. So, like, if you do professor, you could, it'll sound, you'll be able to do the scientific stuff. I do recommend taking professor because there are things in the beginning that, if you don't have the professor trait, you won't be able to read it. But if you have the professor, it gives you a little bit better playthrough. So, all right. On that note, I'm going to take a break. Hope you enjoyed the video and it helps. Thank you for watching. This is the G&G channel signing off. And hey, you know the deal. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. And I thank you very much.